Our story begins with Hercules' conception. Zeus, a known philanderer, had consummated with the woman Alcmena in the disguise of her husband, Amphitryon. Alcmena realized what had happened and was scared that the goddess Hera would kill her or bring terrible harm upon her, so she was able to give her child either to Zeus or Athena, who took the boy to Hera. Hera didn't recognize the boy, and she actually felt pity on him. She's not a purely evil woman, and she decided to nurse him. Upon nursing, the boy suckled so hard that she pulled him away, and out of her breast, milk that came out formed our Milky Way. Having consumed Hera's divine milk, Hercules took on godlike, demigod-like powers. At the time, it wasn't known what his powers would be, but surely drinking the milk of the gods would have an effect on any of us. Hera was understandably upset by this, and either Athena or Zeus whisked young Hercules back to his parents. But from that moment on, Hera was trying to basically kill him, as she would do to other of Zeus's illegitimate children. The most notable event from baby Hercules' time is when she sent 2 serpents into his bed, but he was actually able to strangle them with his bare hands, and when the maid came in, he was playing with them like rag dolls. He grew up safely enough and was actually able to marry a princess who was the daughter of King Creon of Thebes, but this didn't last long. He was able to have some children with her when Hera induced madness in him, and he succumbed to it and murdered his wife and children. Hercules was attempting to atone for his sins, and I believe he did get purification or forgiveness from the law, essentially, but he wanted to atone for his sins with the gods, so he went to the oracle at Delphi, who told him what he would have to do to be forgiven in the eyes of the god, but also that if he did, he would get eternal life. So Pythia, the oracle of Delphi, told him to serve his cousin, who was King Eurystheus of Mycenae, for 12 years, and that he would have to do whatever he commanded. Hercules begrudgingly agreed. He did not like Eurystheus, and he thought, why should I serve a man lower than me? But he didn't want to upset his father, so he eventually agrees. The first request of King Eurystheus was to clear the lands of the Nemean lion. This lion was, of course, terrorizing the countryside, and nobody could do anything about it. It was seen as an impossible task, and Eurystheus didn't like Hercules any more than Hercules liked him, so here we are. So he's given 30 days to complete this task, and he goes about fashioning arrows, and he eventually encounters the lion, and when he shoots his arrows, they're just bouncing off his hide, like it has a metal coat or something. He is able to eventually trick the lion into going back into his cave, where he is able to block off one side, and now that he's in these close quarters with the lion, he can grab it. He can use his clubs and hands, and he's able to club it to death, basically, and choke it, and through the raw power of his divine strength is able to kill it in this way and not with tools. Hercules was able to return with the lion on the 30th day, but when the king saw him coming up to the gates with this giant lion carcass, the king told him to never come to me again. He was afraid, and he said, from now on, I will give you my orders through a herald. You will hear them from outside of the gate, so I don't have to be around you anymore. And the trials continued. In our next video, we'll talk about the Cernian hind and the Erymanthian boar.